Good morning, everyone. It's Friday the 20th, March 20th, 2009. We do have some wind swell headed our way. It's not looking to be all that pretty. We've got a heavy onshore flow going now thanks to some troughing that's going to be coming down. I want to show you on the models how that's going to be affecting us weather-wise, wind-wise, how the swell's going to be picking up because of that. Also wanted to show you a few other things going on in the models that'll be bringing us some swell early next week. Not a whole lot, but wanted to show you what happened here a few days ago down in the southern hemisphere to bring a little bit of swell to us next week. Looks like we're also possibly going to see some wind swell move down around the 26th side of the Gulf. We could also then be seeing some West Pac ground swell coming our way around the 29th, although that's not looking all that promising right now as far as size goes. So I wanted to show you everything that's happening. This is what's going on right now. So I wanted to start out talking about the weather models. This is going to have the most impact over the near term. Low pressure troughing shown in red on this relative vorticity model. That's going to be approaching Southern California over the next couple days and land over us here probably Saturday into Sunday. And that low is shown to be pushing down farther south. That's going to be causing a trough to dig into our area. If you take a look at the models here, then on Saturday, that guy's going to be right near our coast. And that orange and yellow color within that low pressure on this relative vorticity model shows very strong vorticity. Looking at Sunday, that strong vorticity continues over Southern California and very tight gradients butting up against that as well, moving over our area. Tight gradients, of course, mean a lot of wind and wind swell in our area. But we can take a look at something else causing more winds. This is a look at the jet stream. If you see that area of blue over Southern California, red barbs in it, that means that there's a 130 knot jet that's going to be passing over top of Southern California. Two things with that. One, it's going to be passing a storm system right over top of our area possibly, but also causing another effect for the winds. So taking a look at what it means as far as the winds are concerned, here's a wind chart, one of the ones that I generate over at wavecast.com. You can click on wavecast.com in the wind section and find these charts. The weekend days are highlighted in red, and we can see that by Sunday, we're looking at possibly 30-mile-an-hour winds hitting the coast. And that would be very early on. Even at 7 in the morning, we're looking at 20-plus mile-an-hour winds possible. But, of course, winds are not the only concern, so is weather. A lot of weather models don't show a lot of rain coming our way. This is a blow-up of the picture off of the FNMOC models for the precipitation models, and I'm highlighting here where San Diego and Los Angeles are, for as you can see kind of where your region is. And there would be some type of precipitation over our area. That's what that green means. And, of course, yellow would be a stronger area of precipitation. A lot of the models aren't very convinced that we're going to see much, if anything, and of course that strong jet stream could blow this thing past us very quickly, but weather models are still hinting at possibly a quarter inch of rain or more on Sunday. Now take a look at the wave models. This is the northern hemi-WAM. We can see where Southern California is located compared to the Gulf Fetch. And of course that Gulf Fetch is being stirred up by that strong area of low pressure that's going to be moving our way. And we can see that's probably about 18-foot seas right now, moving at a direction that would be bringing it towards Southern California. We can see that would move even more here over the next day or so. But then a lot of things start happening once we get about 60 hours out. Gulf Fetch still approaching our area, no problem with that. We're definitely going to see some weather also with that, since we just saw in the weather models. There's also a West Pac system that's forming right off of Japan, and that guy should be progressing kind of on more of a westerly course toward our area, and that could throw us some swell possibly by about the 29th. But then we see something up in the Gulf, another fetch that's forming here on the 84-hour models. That could slide down the coast and possibly bring us something right around the 26th. A little early to call that, though, and we'll have to see how that develops over the next few days. Next week, though, we do have some southwest hitting us. Wanted to show you what that was coming from. This is from a small New Zealand system. Not a whole lot was forming around then, back around the 13th, but we should see some of that creep in early next week. And then a little bit more as we approach more of the 25th next week. This is something that happened on the 18th from French Polynesia. A little bit of a storm, a little bit better than that New Zealand one, and that's also located a little closer to our region. So a little bit of southwest coming up from those systems early next week. So that's how things are shaping up right now. The biggest news, obviously, in the short term is not all that good. It's wind swell headed our way, but it looks like we're also going to see some weather and winds. Wind swell could get sizable, though, on Sunday, and by the time the weather passes on Monday, should still see some of that in the water. And it looks like we're going to start seeing that fade as a little bit of southern hemi comes up. Not a whole heck of a lot, but probably around Tuesday, Wednesday, see some of that came off of New Zealand or French Polynesia. And then also a little bit of wind swell could be coming down our way for the 26th. And we might actually see then some groundswell come out of that West Pac system around the 29th. If you want to get all the ETAs on the swell and the wind, weather, tide, and more, you can always check out my SoCal Surf Report at wetsand.com.